I did my first ride in 2010, I think.
Probably even 10 years in total.
1 week.
I've been doing Ride for a Reason now for probably close to 4 years.
Today. Today's the first day.
To go for a ride and to meet new people and to see what Cancer Council was up to.
Look, I like the challenge of the ride. You know, it's always good fun to, the peak of summer to get out and push yourself a bit.
Because it's something that I know is really valuable for the community. I've been lucky in that my family hasn't been touched, but I've had lots of work colleagues who've had family members and a couple of business leaders that have passed away as a result of cancer. So it's something that I think is really important, and I know that the work that Cancer Council does is really, really valuable.
I do have a number of family members overseas that have suffered from cancer, but in all honesty, my main reason is to help the Cancer Council and to support the great work that they do.
Part of it is really the community. Like, I've met really fantastic people and been able to learn about the work that Cancer Council does in terms of the research that they support, and hearing people's stories about the support that they've had and the friends that I've made. And it's just a really good community of people to be involved with, and I enjoy it, and it's just something that's really important.
In all honesty, I think it's just such a major issue. You know, 1 in 2 people by the age of 85 get diagnosed, and so therefore you either end up in the category of being diagnosed yourself or knowing someone who has. So ultimately, I think we need to bring an end to that, and this is my small way of helping towards that cause.
Initially I've set a distance challenge of 500k, but I think I'm going to need to increase that. But that's just part of getting out every morning before the sun rises and enjoying the summer mornings and putting a few longer rides in on the weekends. So that's my plan.
I ride mostly on the road, so I'd probably need to set a challenge of somewhere between 150 and 200, right, to make it a challenge, right?
Well, I've done a bit of an interesting one this year. I'm not going to actually do a distance challenge, I'm going to do an elevation challenge. So I've worked out that I can probably climb 2 Mount Kosciuszkos over January.
So I probably do it on a number of ways because I do sort of road, gravel and mountain bike riding. So when I commute to work, it's about an 80-kilometre round trip to and from work, so I try to do that twice a week. Once a week usually is about the limit. But also on the weekends, we try to get out and do about 100 or so Ks on a Saturday.
To help people out that are going through difficulties.
Everybody's had members of family, friends that have been impacted by cancer, right? The work that the Cancer Council does is really important in a support aspect, right, and an awareness aspect, right, and even down to the simple things like helping people understand what UV readings are and awareness around, sun protection and those types of things. The fact that they cover such a broad range of information for the public, right, as well as obviously, support to research and those types of things. The organisation is a good organisation, and it's run by good people.
So I think everybody's been touched by cancer in some way, whether you've had it or you know somebody who's had it or people that have died from it. My father-in-law died from cancer. One of my wife's childhood friends died from cancer. I've had a couple of cancer cut out the side of my face here as well. So I think it's certainly a worthy cause to support not only the people that have got cancer, but the families and the people it affects as well. It affects quite a lot of people.
And I see the pain and suffering that people have to go through, especially for people in the country who have to come away from their comfort zone, away from their support networks. And the Cancer Council steps in and helps those people out.
To me, I think this is a year more than any other that we need to get out on the bike and really support those people going through their tough cancer journey at the moment.
This January, make your Ks count and ride for a reason.
Every kilometre makes a difference.
You don't have to be a pro cyclist. Anyone with a bike can take up this challenge.
You can commit to a ride, whether it's 50k or it's 2000k.
You can ride your way on a track, on the road, in a spin class, or you can exercise at home.
There are other people every Friday are going to ride to work, and that's their challenge.
Register at ridefораreason.com.au.
On behalf of every South Australian impacted by cancer, thank you for Riding for a Reason in 2021. You're making a real difference and we can't thank you enough.